Hey, what's up, my friends? How you doing? It is me, Lasty here. Welcome today to a brand new episode of the FC24 Ultimate Team Road to Glory, episode number 229 today. I hope you're all doing well. Happy Wednesday to you. Yeah, like I said, I hope you're all having a great day. It is hump day, of course, so once we're past the work part of today, it is plain sailing down towards the weekend, which is just good times, isn't it? We're in the middle of Prem Tots. How can you not be loving things right now? If you enjoyed today and you're feeling good, hit me with a little thumbs up. That'd be brilliant. And of course, subscribe as well to my channel if you're new. Cheers. So we're getting on into today with 10 games of Foot Champs remaining. Now, obviously, due to being away yesterday at Coventry, and I still don't know what the result was last night, either I am going to be an absolute emotional mess or I'm going to be an emotional mess. No matter what happens, I'm probably going to be an emotional mess all of the rest of this week. So please bear with me. But I've got 10 games to go, and I played them on Monday. So this will be the highlights of those. Luckily here, by the way, I stuck a couple of 89s into exchanges so that I could get some players to do some player picks with. And I got myself a little 90 rated Estepinian back, so that's quite lovely, isn't it? We will take that in just an exchange pack. We get a higher rated card than we ended up putting in, which is delicious. So this is just a little batch of 10. Are we going to get any blues? Are we going to get anything at all from this? Who knows, right? But we're already on a dub simply by getting that Estepinian, who I must have already put in an SBC because I definitely already packed him. Maybe he went into... Yeah, he probably went into Canate, didn't he? He must have done. That's about as bad as it can get. 380 rated cards. And yes, of course, this is before 6 p.m. on Monday night when the player picks then refreshed and we got the 81 plus player picks. That's what we've got this week. Typically, I prefer these ones because they cost a couple of non-rares less and they genuinely give you roughly the same thing. But I will take whatever we get, really. As long as there is some form of player picks, I am generally quite happy with the end result of that. So that's lovely. But yeah, a bit of an L batch, really. I think we only got 84s and only 3 of them at that. So a dodgy batch. But some of the dupes there can go into a little Team of the Week player pick. Can we get a dub out of this? Maybe a really high-rated card, like a 93 Harry Kane? Yes, please. Thank you very much. So that's actually we packed a 91 Kane the other day. We've now got a 93 Kane. And I've got a red 93 Kane already in the club. So, yeah, this is the deal. We're 5-5 after 10 games played. If we carry on like this, it ain't good. And this ain't looking good either, is it? What a team to come up against from our first game of this episode. He's even purchased the R9. It wasn't first owner. But you know what? I am so glad this guy bought R9 because it helped him get to his wins that he needed with some spare games remaining. And he actually gave me the win, a free win in champs during team of the season, where it isn't just someone getting into the game, pausing and quitting. Oh, you are a great person. Whoever you are out there, thank you for being a kind human and gifting me the win when you didn't need it. I appreciate it so very much. So with that, we're now 6-5. We've got a positive record. So obviously we get matched up against an absolute beast of a squad. And no doubt about it, a very good player. I go 1-0 down after just 10 minutes, basically 10 minutes on the dot. And then some sloppy play at the back from myself ends up with... I mean, I read the play. I made the right bit of goalkeeper movement there with Petr Cech, but he still just sort of parried it out and my opponent scored from it. But I get a goal back. Does that give me my entry back into this game, or am I absolutely chalk still? Well, when Bunny Shaw scores that, I'm like, yeah, we're probably done here. And I have to say, for the rest of this game, my opponent's best player was probably I think it's just thunderstruck Luis Figo. He was really techie with him, I have to say. And what a good player he was. So as annoying as it was at the time, I was like, Jesus, I cannot match up against any more sweats. I can't handle it. They're all too good for me. At the end of the day, I know I deserve to lose that one. So we go from getting a free win and the jubilation of that to the heartbreak of going into the next game against a super solid squad and getting absolutely trounced. So who knows how the rest of this weekend league is going to go, but I score a bit of a worldie of a header from a corner there with Kai Havertz and then get a very lucky one. My opponent was messing around with it at the back there. Alvarez scores that. Werner and Ramirez linking up perfectly there to make me 3-0 up after just 18 minutes. And then Ramirez just doing great stuff again to make me 4-0 up after 23 minutes. My opponent decides that is enough for him at that point. I'll see you later. Thank you for playing Eminem, but maybe stick to rapping. GG, of course. Much respect shown, and I appreciate the quit at 4-0. Into the next one we go then, a 92 Bissek. Oh, and a first owner Drogba. Oh, I know this is an L. This has got to be an L, surely. He's got Drogba. We know how good he is. But what a ball in from Kaká, and what a powerful header from Ramirez to put me 1-0 up. I do then gift him a goal back by giving away a cheap penalty, and Drogba scores it. Havertz into Werner, puts me back into the lead really early doors in the second half. And then we actually hit him again after a little bit of sloppy play at the back from my opponent. He was messing around with Vidic on the ball, and I was like, what are you doing, mate? Timo Werner's going to get you. And that he did. And then he ends up getting another goal for me there. So we're 4-1 up. But if you remember in the last episode, I've been 4-1 up before, and my opponent ends up getting it back and winning the game. So I've just got to really step up here. And despite conceding the next goal, I did get one to just make sure the game was a W right in injury time. So we can get a dub against this 4-3-2-1 monster. But yeah, good performance from myself. It might sound a bit cocky, but I actually thought I played quite well. So into the next one we go. Now that team right there doesn't look the greatest to me. That looks like I should probably be beating this guy. I'm only on like a +1 or 2 form. Nothing crazy. Let's just go out there. Now that we're in the swing of it, we're not rusty anymore. Let's go out there, get our wins, and perform. And I was 1-0 up, and I thought, this will go smooth. He'll quit at like 2 or 3-0 after 20, 30 minutes. And then I actually found myself 3-1 down after 27. And I'm like, what? What just happened there? So I did the meme where I was obviously sat back, and then I sat forward and properly started to concentrate. It took me till the 62nd minute to get another goal. I mean, that was jammy. How lucky is that? But I felt like I deserved to score, to get something out of this game. So we both scored our first pen. This was when I went into the lead after penalty number 2. We went all the way to pens. I then saved the next one my opponent has. So I give myself a giant advantage if I could score this one right here, which I do. Surely this game is mine for the taking. Can I save 3 out of 4? 3 in a row? No, I can't. All I got to do is score, though. Just don't miss, Tom. I know the keeper's got a hat on. That can be quite distracting. But Ramirez sticks it bottom left. Well, her bottom left, keeper's bottom right, and we get the dub. And I felt like that was deserved. Personally, I felt like that one was deserved, despite messing up 20, 30 minutes into the game. I think I outplayed him for the rest of it. So we get an 84 double for part of my Tots Champions bonus. No blue out of that, though, unfortunately. It's going to be a German goalkeeper. It's going to be I believe it's a trap, isn't it? Yeah, it's a trap. So a trap 85 and probably an 84 in the pack as well. I can't exactly remember what we get here. 85 trap. Was it Acuna? No, it's Gabriel Martinelli. Okay. Nowhere near Acuna, is it really? Next opponent actually quit on me at 0-0, so this is the game that we then went into next, and it didn't show me my opponent's team. I was like, all right, well, we're going to have to figure this one out all by ourselves. But he did have Ronaldinho and stuff, so I don't know which versions they were. Actually, I'll find out later on in this game when Ronaldinho scores against me. It turns out it was a loan version of the base Ronaldinho. So at that point, when I find out my opponent's using loans, I'm like, I reckon they were desperate for a win. So that normally makes people play a little bit erratic, or not how they would normally play, because they're not using their normal players. And that only feeds into, and it falls into my hands to then be able to just play my normal way, get the victory, hold my composure, don't bottle it, and we're all good. And as you can see there, 5-1 victory in that game right there has really helped to boost me up to a decent rating, decent rank, should I say, considering we were 5-5. So it's definitely all to play for. I can get 11 wins here. I've just got to step it up for the final few games. I believe I've got 4 games left to get 1 win. And then I match against the 95 Modric, a first owner team of the year Ronaldo, against someone that really knew how to left stick dribble. And as you can see here, 2-0 down after 37 minutes. Probably should have been about 4 or 5. I was riding my luck anyway. So we let him have that win. Well, I accepted defeat, and I didn't let him win, obviously. He was just way better than me. And into the next one we go. 3 games left to get 1 win. Can we make it happen in this one right here? Well, we're 1-0 up. Make that 2-0. Ramirez and Werner working wonders for me at the moment. Alvarez, who's out wide at this point, knocks it in to Ramirez. It goes in off the deflection off of Vidic, but then he pauses it. He quits. I get 11 wins for Premier League Team of the Season Weekend League, and I am just relieved. More than happy, I think. Relieved was definitely the word I would use. So with 2 games remaining, we can hopefully help make 2 people's weekend leagues a tiny bit easier by gifting a couple of little victories there. As you can see, finishing on 11 and 7. So I thought I'd have a little look at what teams they've got. I'm still going to give them the wins no matter what. Unless maybe it was a red 93 Mbappe or something. You know, those sweats. I might not have given... No, I probably still would have. But of course, 3 wins for my opponents, just because if I harp on about it, you know, people being a better person and gifting the win away rather than just pausing and quitting, of course, it would be somewhat hypocritical if I didn't end up giving the victories away myself. And that's not to say that in the past I haven't quit at 0-0, because I definitely have. We all have. We all know it. So, final games given away. We end on 11 wins. I am super happy about it now, but I was more relieved at the time. And I was like, right, let's get into these player picks then. What are we going to get? What is this game going to dish us out? Am I going to actually get some sick red player rewards for Premier League Team of the Season? Let's open the left-hand one first and just get myself a 95 Salah. Come on. Oh, my days. 95 Salah is 4 million coins, my friends. How on earth have we just plucked that one out of the bag from 11 wins? I cannot believe it. We end with McAllister. I'm like, all right, I'm buzzing with the Salah. I nearly took Ollie Watkins. Didn't know what to do for that one. But, oh, my God, we just packed Salah in red. 95 rated Egyptian king from Liverpool with 95 pace, shooting and dribbling and 92 passing as well. 5-star skills and some insane play styles. First touch plus, very good. Technical plus, one of the best. Finesse plus, definitely one of the best. And I was just on cloud 9. How lucky is that? Tots Modric last week in our guaranteed live Tots pack. Red Salah this week. And that's before we even get to these packs. So who knows? Are we going to pack a blue? It would be quite something if we did. These packs are tradable, of course, from Champs Rewards. And I am yet to pack a Team of the Season tradable in now 2 weeks of the promo. So is it likely that we're going to get a tradable blue here? Highly unlikely, actually. What was quite rare was that we actually got a walkout from a 50k pack. So, yeah, did not expect that. But, wow. Buzzing with Salah. How on earth have we got that lucky? That's at the time of recording. He was 4 mil. I guess he's probably dipped under the 4 million mark now. I don't know, unless he gets rarer and rarer as the week goes on. But I'm guessing he'll probably settle around the 3 mark and then work his way down to probably about 1 million by the time the summer content comes in about August. We'll be looking at Salah for under 1 mil probably. But yeah, what a player to get. Let's face it, I've got a really rock-solid defence. I've got an incredibly stacked midfield. What I need is either a good wide attacker or a good striker. And Salah could play in both of those. And I think I've got one of the best cards on the game. Definitely one of the most expensive cards on the game. I couldn't be happier. In all honesty, after knowing that we've got, like, Blanc, Konate, Vidic, Marquez, Bastoni, I didn't need to pack the Van Dijk, which would have been like 5 times the value or whatever he is. You know, he's like 10, 15 mil probably. That would have been obviously so sick, but I don't think it's as good as packing Salah, because I needed a top tier attacker to go into this front line. And look at that, my friends. McAllister's going in as well. We're dropping SEN. Look at that for a squad. So Rolfo, SEN, and Georgia Stanway are now out of the starting 11, and we've got 2 red Tots from Prem in there that are super usable. McAllister, by the way, ping, pass plus, power shot plus, super solid stats. Never know if he's going to maybe be evoable. If that's the case, I'll probably stick him into the evo. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad I did Konate now, because we've got Konate, McAllister, and also a red Salah, my friends. What a dub from Premier League Team of the Season Weekend League. It was worth the stress. We got there in the end. 11 wins is where it's at. I'm telling you, if you get to 11, don't worry about going to 14. It ain't worth it. 11 wins is where the luck is at, my friends. If you've enjoyed today, or if you're somewhat happy for me, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe as well to my channel if you're new. Cheers, and follow me on social media. The links are down below. Have a great rest of your day, ladies and gentlemen. Take it easy, stay safe, stay healthy, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Peace.